The question of happily married is a cliche. I think the right statement would be happily, miserably married. I tend to think that happily married sometimes is a cliche in the sense that actually probably only one person is happy in the marriage, is happily married.
One of them is actually happy, and the other one says they are happily married to keep the other one happy.
Yeah. So I think the right statement would be happily, miserably married.
What?
I'm just thinking because in some cases, one is happy, one is miserable. It's funny how that we can be here together. I'm enjoying this and you are not. And we don't talk about that in most cases.
I think sometimes it's an uncomfortable conversation to have for the one who's not happy. I find a lot of people will say, I'm happily married until you ask them 3-4 questions.
Yeah.
So maybe happily married is a cliche for some people, yes.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that marriage is an agreement.
Yeah.
It's a treaty.
Yeah.
We agree on something,
It's
and
a
that's
covenant,
how we come together. It's a covenant. When it's a covenant, when it's a treaty, when it's an agreement, you hold your side of the bargain.
Yeah.
I hold my side of the bargain to make it work.
Yeah.
It's only a covenant as much and as long as you do what you said you will do, and I do what I said I will do.
Yeah.
Any covenant can be broken. Any treaty can be broken. Any agreement can be broken once your commitment is violated.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about a covenant, an agreement like marriage, is it has room for forgiveness.
Yeah.
It has room for growth. Yeah. And as Christian couples, it has room for the workings of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Now, since we're both holding the end of our bargains, if I do right by you,
Yeah.
you are bound to be happy. And if you do wrong by me, I can be unhappy. We are both holding to the same agreement, and you are happy because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but I'm unhappy because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So it's very possible to be unhappy.
Let me make it more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
When it comes to marriage, there's room for what you have mentioned, but I think there's also an aspect of going with it because of what is expected of me. Sometimes it is cultural, sometimes it is religious. So I can be miserable, but I have to play along with it because of the cultural pressure that I cannot say certain things, I cannot express myself in a certain way, that I'm unhappy.
You see, I agree
that
with
I'm
you.
miserable, and also sometimes religiously I feel like I might betray my community if I came out and say exactly how I feel and what I'm experiencing. Now, I have to put a caveat here. We are not talking about feelings just because you are feeling a certain way, because humanly speaking, we will feel a certain way sometimes. We will feel unhappy. We will feel miserable. And it is one thing that aside, we are not talking about the emotional roller coaster that we all go through, but I'm talking about a situation where genuinely one is enjoying marriage and the other is not enjoying. And sometimes we stay in there and keep it like that and fail to express, like you said, it is a difficult conversation. Sometimes it's because of the environment in which we live in, and we feel that if I spoke that this is what I'm going through, I'll sound maybe ungrateful. I'll sound, I'll sound like I lack faith. I'll just sound a certain way that is unacceptable.
So you see, while you're thinking about the environment and the community, it actually starts between two couples. I think from my experience of counseling, my own experience of marriage, with you, we've been married 13 years. I think there are times when you felt unhappy and you've been able to air it out. There are times when I've felt unhappy and I've been able to air it out. And over the years, we've learned how to make each other happy. But then I've also learned in counseling and sorting marriage problems out in ministry over the last 13 years that there's a lot of couples that are not talking about it. So it's not just the community around, it's also in the home. I do not understand how a spouse that is not holding their side of the bargain of marriage to make you happy is so uncomfortable when you talk about how they are making you feel. So you see, I find it so unfair that somebody is unhappy while you're happy. And the moment they say it, now it's a problem. So you're telling me that it's not a problem because it's not being said. It becomes a problem when it's said.
I think it stems from the aspect that by nature, because of the sinful nature, we human beings are selfish. And that puts us in a place where what does not affect me
doesn't get me on my toes.
Does not matter. You know?
Yeah.
So if I don't feel affected, because you see, when we talk about happiness and enjoyment, what makes us happy and enjoy and satisfied with something are different things.
I agree. I think it's how much it's meeting my needs. We are all married because we've got needs. Because we had needs that were not met and we found somebody that we believe can meet our needs while we meet their needs. So it's very possible that I have taken deliberate interest in knowing and understanding who you are. And so I have understood your needs. And I have found a way to meet your needs. But then it's very possible when your needs are met to assume that the other person's needs are met.
Yes. And not only so, there's that aspect where you have taken an interest to know what makes me happy and you put an effort. But I think there are also other people who are, I can say, for lack of better word, who are easily satisfied. They don't need much. We are here, you are my wife, we have children, we can eat and we can have intimacy. It's enough. Then you are married to someone who feels there has to be more to this. There has to be more. There has to be adventure. There has to be romance. There has to be more.
Issues of personality come into play, I think, and issues of exposure.
So you find that because my needs are easily met, when you begin to talk about there has to be more, I begin to feel like, what are you talking about?
But you see, I find even sometimes though we feel like our needs are easily met, the question is, what makes you think your needs are easily met? Could it be because the other partner makes it look easy?
Yes. Because
I find most couples, you have one partner who says, well, we have kids and we eat and we have intimacy. That's a big topic. Mostly it's men who feel like that. And then the wife is, oh, he doesn't take me out. Oh, I'm not shopping. Oh, there's no romance. He's not touching me the right way. My question is, so the man thinks it is easy to be intimate with someone who you think is not touching you in the right places. This woman is making an extreme sacrifice. She is most likely agreeing to get into bed with you when she's not even in the mood. Because she's thinking about you. Because for a woman, this whole thing is in the mind. If you don't appeal to my mind, you don't say the right things, you don't touch me in the right places, I'm not in the mood. So if I can accept to get intimate with you, then I'm probably forgoing myself. So it's not easy. It's looking easy because I'm making a big sacrifice. And then you have a man say, speaking as a woman, you have men say, well, because we have babies, do you understand 9 months of a foreign body growing? And because this man says, I wanted 5 kids and they've had 5 kids. This woman's been pregnant for 5 times, maybe more than 5 times because she's had miscarriages, some babies lost. And now there's 5 kids and it looks like, oh, because we've generally heard that statement a lot. I'm easily satisfied. I don't need more. No, you've asked for 9 kids. This woman has given you 5.
Yeah.
She has survived death 5 times. If you've been to the labor ward, you understand she died 5 times. That's not easy. So I just think...
So maybe easy is not as easy as you think.
No, it's as easy as the partner makes it look.
Makes it look. And so as you give those examples, I'm thinking even on the men's side.
Yeah.
He goes out, maybe, he
works hard.
He so provides for everyone. So he goes out, makes everything possible. Everyone eats, everyone goes to school, everyone lives a decent life. And
bills
we begin to take it for granted. And I think that's where happily, miserably married begins.
Yeah.
When we begin to take
the other person
for granted.
When we think that what they are doing is easy and what we have to do is hard.
When we are happy because someone has made it possible, and we begin to take that happiness for granted, which someone is making an effort for us to be that comfortable and that happy.
You see, when somebody loves you, they do things without complaining.
Yes.
They do it willingly, joyfully.
And because they are not complaining, they don't sing about it.
They make it look easy because they don't want to make you uncomfortable.
And so because they make it look easy, we think, it's easy. So we begin to take it for granted.
That's
because you see, everything that is easy, we take for granted. Anything that looks easy, that comes easy, we take for granted. We take for granted that she wakes up, she takes care of the kids, she takes them to school, she cleans the house, she cooks. We take it for granted that he goes out every day, 5 days a week. He spends most of his time, his hours, away from home. If we are in these economies, he or she spends 5 days of the nights out of the house. She spends 12 hours of the day out of the house because they do that every day without complaining. We begin to see it's easy and we begin to take it for granted.
You see, sometimes it's us women talking about the man like he's doing nothing. Oh, I'm so unhappy. He's not serious. No, maybe he's not serious about 2 or 3 needs you have, but he's taken seriously the bills. Sometimes we think somebody else's effort is so small because we've never had to face what they face.
Yeah.
Every woman who stays home and receives money doesn't know what a man goes through out there to make that money.
Yeah.
There are no trees in town that have got money in place of fruit. These men are going out there being disrespected by fellow men. Some of them are kneeling to people, being insulted, lowering every standard. Because at home we kneel for them, we treat them like kings. We think they're being treated like kings to be given money out there. But we have no clue the level of disregard and disrespect, the level of abuse they are going through in these places to make sure that the bills are paid, that we've got that lip gloss, that we've got that wig on, and we've got our makeup kit, and we can drive and whatever it is. And so it begins to look easy.
Yeah.
When people love you and they love you with effort, they try their best not to make you unhappy. So it begins to just look easier than it is.
It begins to look easy and you begin to take it for granted. And everything you take for granted, you stop checking on.
Yeah. Yeah. And you stop giving it the value it deserves.
You stop checking on it. So if it's a person whom you take for granted, you stop checking on them because you take it for granted. They are fine. They are okay. So you stop checking on them. How are they doing? And that's where the misery begins because sometimes we talked about the fact that people don't want to talk about it. Sometimes it's the fact that you are beginning to notice that you are unhappy or you are miserable and your friend, your partner doesn't even notice. And it begins to bother you. How can they not see? Sometimes, of course, we have to communicate. Like you said, we've talked about what is making us unhappy and where we think we can improve. But it has been a learning curve. Sometimes, more especially I think from experience where we are coming from my side, I think there has been moments where I didn't notice what you were going through. And I could tell that you were not willing to talk about it. Not that you don't want to talk about it, but I could tell that you wondered, how can I not notice? You know, we share this life. We sleep in the same bed. We eat the same food. We spend most of the times together. And that time, I think we spent more time together than now, because we were more into ministry. Those were early years of our marriage. We would spend like almost 24/7 together.
You know what those days taught me? But the question
is, how can he not notice that I am not happy about this? And it's valid, of course, communicate, but also it tells something. If I cannot notice that you are unhappy, it tells me something. It says
our communication is bad, baby.
And not just communication, but interest in your well-being.
Yeah. There's to communication, there's verbal communication.
Yeah.
And there's non-verbal communication. Yeah. You just have non-verbal cues and clues. And I think the things that we say are very few. 3/4 of the things that are deeply felt cannot be put into words, but they can create an atmosphere.
Now, I know that sometimes as spouses, we don't want to ask that question, because the answer in most cases will be, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. What's wrong? Nothing. But it's better you ask.
I know.
Because at least it registers in the other person that
he's noticing.
He's noticing, and he's aware, and he's concerned, or she is noticing. Both ways. She is noticing, she's aware, and she's concerned. And sometimes you don't have to wait until you can see them being miserable. Check time after time. How are you doing?
I think it is a healthy practice for all couples.
Yes.
To have conversations that are proactive, not reactive.
Yeah.
We are not the same.
Yes.
We are growing every day.
Yeah.
We meet different things and different challenges. That being said, my hormones are changing. Your demands are changing. Your hormones are also at play. The things that I used to like, I'm not going to like them the same. Or the way I used to feel, I'm not feeling the same. With all this childbearing, body parts are changing, feelings are changing, and everything. And you, as a man, you're also growing. Your taste is evolving. Maybe the way you used to like me looking is beginning to embarrass you with age and everything. It is healthy that every now and then we have a conversation. Now, the problem is a lot of couples will say, well, we talk about it. Darling, the way a man and a woman in love talk and the way that friends talk is different. Couples need to watch against turning their lover into just their friend. Your lover is your friend, but they are not just your friend. There's a reason you're not married to every friend. You cannot talk to your husband like you're talking to your neighbor, or talk to your wife like you're talking to your neighbor, and expect a conversation like that to be fruitful. Come romantically, prepare, plan for this conversation. You who's going to start this conversation, because at every given point, one of you will realize the need. Plan for it. Make sure things are done. You have no obstructions. Dress well for it. Okay? Create the right environment. Deal with your tempers and your moods and however you're feeling. Learn how to hold hands. And look in each other's eyes and find the right tone of voice.
Find ground zero where all the emotions have come down. Now, those that even try to
talk lovingly. There are things that are easier for a woman to say when she's vulnerable, not when she's in the survival mode of you have angered me and now you're asking passively, are you okay? It's like, yeah, I'm okay. Because I'm already upset. You have to bring me to a point where I'm vulnerable to my king, my lead. This is a whole different environment. It's a space where, of course, I've been hurt, I'm breaking, I'm likely to cry. I don't want to cry and look like a fool, you know? So you need to learn as a couple sometimes it will be you as a woman to start these conversations. This man is embarrassed. He's been searching for a job. He's not getting it. This man has been going to work. Yes, maybe he has a job. You have no clue what he's going through in that job. Maybe he even wants to change the job, but you have no clue. And he comes home and your first words, without even saying welcome, is what else is needed in this house. It can wait. At least attend to his mental health first. So sometimes you as a wife or you as a husband, prepare a certain kind of environment. Learn to hold your spouse's hand. Look at them lovingly, touch them lovingly, and talk like you're talking to your lover, not to your friend. They will speak. But if you keep asking them questions as a distant person, when they need to talk to their lover, you are not the same person they need to talk to. It's a very important lesson.
And I wanted to say that those that even try to talk about it are better. Maybe they can learn to talk, but there are those who are scared to talk
about it,
because they feel that if we begin to talk here, I'll open a can of worms. It will just lead to problems because. But it comes down to communications, because sometimes I know that if I say what is wrong, we won't even deal with what the problem is. It will be a pile of that issue. We'll go back 10 years. And then also sometimes, instead of saying this, you see, there is a way that I can speak my discontentment in this marriage that I want us to work on. But it is another thing for me to accuse you for my discontentment, my unhappiness. Even when you are contributing to it, when you come out like you are accusing me,
like you are the one that has made me miserable.
Instead of listening, I will defend myself. But there's a way that I can talk about my discontentment. You can talk about your discontentment.
I am feeling unhappy because of ABCD.
Yes, in a way that even if I am
you have turned my life into a living hell.
Exactly. You know. So sometimes that's why people fear to talk about these things, because we do not know how to communicate. And therefore, communication becomes very important. So even when your spouse is a major contributing factor to the situation, to your unhappiness, to your misery, to your misery, they cannot do it. They did not do it by themselves.
You're still you are partners with them
you are
in
partners.
Your unhappiness.
Yes. So there is one thing that led to another. There are contributions that have been made by each side. So learning how to communicate is very important. The problem is, of course, as human nature dictates, whenever I have a problem, I have to find
who the cause is.
That's how we
need to find who the witch is. Yeah, we're very good at witch hunting.
Yes, but you see, the problem with that in marriage is it begins to create and build barriers. I'm not saying that what if he is the cause or what if she is the cause. Yes, but there's a way you can communicate and bring them without them feeling accused and attacked. Those two things.
I think with communication in marriage, the motive and the result you want to get is very important.
Thank you.
You can say the same message in a way that brings reconciliation, or you can say the same message in a way that brings strife.
And the problem is, most of us in marriage, when we are hurt,
we want to hate.
Our motive is to get back. He or she should feel the way I felt.
Now,
and we don't even look at the results. The result we want is them to feel. We want to get
should
back
know
at them.
How are they happy when I'm
So the result is not finding a solution and resolving so that we can move forward.
So I just think when you're starting the conversation, be sober.
Yes.
I like to ask, mostly when I'm counseling, especially women, I like to ask, so how are you feeling?
Yeah.
What do you really want to happen at the end of this conversation? Do you want to heal or do you just want him to know how you feel?
Yeah.
or do you want him to feel the way you feel? That question is very important.
Yeah.
When you want to heal, your approach is different. Same message, same audience, different approach.
Yeah.
When you just want to convey the pain, the approach is different. You maintain the same message.
And the results you get will be different.
Yes. So anytime you're about to communicate as a couple, before you even start, you need to ask yourself, what is the intention? And what is the intention and the intent?
Yeah.
And what result do I want to get?
Yeah. What do I want to achieve at the end?
Yes. At the end of this conversation, what are my objectives?
Yes.
Objectives will guide the course and the delivery.
Yeah.
And the approach.
And I think that's where when it comes to couples, that's where the issue of women talk too much, I think, comes from, because sometimes
we don't know.
Women just want to talk and talk and talk and talk. But what is the point
breathe,
of this
baby,
talking?
breathe. Exactly.
You know?
And it's just like, if I say one thing, you answer back, I'm like, oh. By the time I'm done with you, you will not know what hit you. You will not know if you need pasta or you need medication for depression.
So what is the point of this talking? That's why it's important, like you said, set an environment. You know, be proactive. Once in a while, seclude yourself. You don't have to. If you can, go out. If you can't, just sit. Sometimes just wake up. Days that you're both home, you're both, not going for work, you're both available. Wake up in the morning, sit in bed and talk. Take advantage, more especially those moments that you are both happy, you are both calm, you are both, of sound mind. Take advantage of those moments.
You see,
because there you will speak objectively. There you will speak not when tempers are heightened.
You speak objectively and happily.
Yes.
I don't know if it works for men, but it does work for women. When I'm happy and I can speak something about something, even in a silly way, you'll get a better perspective of where I am.
Yeah.
Never wait for your wife to be fuming before you start a conversation. Because women, I think it's in the nature of most women. After counseling, I've come to realize, if a woman shows you she's angry today, she's been angry the last 3 months, it's been coming.
Yeah.
Most women have these traits that men talk about. The ones who go to the extremes of cheating, they've even fallen in love with somebody else because they don't feel the same.
Yeah.
I can't blame. It's a thin line between saying, he pushed me into cheating and not, because there is a way that a spouse can create that gap in your life where you only have responsibility, no privilege, no enjoyment of your position. And naturally your brain will demand that if you have certain responsibilities, they need to be compensated with a certain level of gentleness.
Yeah.
So we can't completely deny that. But before a woman gets to that extreme, the women that she used to be nice, now she's rude.
Yeah.
There is a process that turned her into a savage.
Yeah.
So sometimes the problem is a lot of men will wait for the process to work its course.
Yeah.
You will notice when your woman starts to change.
Yeah.
When you start to notice, or you start to notice those mood swings where she doesn't know what to say or how to say it, because she doesn't even want to hurt you. When she starts pretending in bed, for example. When she starts to speak less, there's what she's avoiding to say. That's when you find a convenient time. Hold her down. A woman is very easy to deal with because we are all emotions. It takes one proper hug and I will break and say everything.
Yeah.
But if you ask me like your friend, like you're talking to John, like, hey man, are you okay? Darling, you're going to get a fellow man.
And for men, the reaction is when they get to a point where they can't talk. Men already, naturally, they don't talk much. So they shut down and then they walk away.
Yeah.
So you find that he comes home late. He leaves early.
He's uninterested.
Comes home late. He doesn't want to stick around. He has no interest in anything. He will provide or do anything, but he keeps a distance, a far much more distant than
the funny thing
usual.
About a woman, we don't even want to stay away. We want to be here, but the only problem is the moment you appear, you trigger me.
Yeah. So it is important. So this borders on selfishness, number one, where I look at my own interest.
Okay, so the question is,
yeah,
what makes marriages where one is happy, one is unhappy? What are the things that we should look out for as couples in order to avoid being in a marriage where one is happy and one is unhappy?
I'll talk about 3 things and then we can elaborate. You can add on those.
Let's
Number
go.
1, selfishness, self-centeredness. Okay, where I'm looking at my own interest because my needs are met and I'm satisfied, then I think we are all happy. A misconception. And number 2, complacency and laziness. Okay, I'm just complacent and lazy about what's
Passive.
going on. I'm
I
passive.
Already bagged you. You're already my wife. I don't have to wait. I
already achieved, and it's very common, more especially, of course, both men and women are prone to that, but it is very common with men because men are more like someone said, because where we are coming from our primitive sense, we are hunters. We want to hunt, achieve, bring it home.
Kill the imbalance. That's it.
So you begin to feel like she's already home. So what next? There's nothing more. So just a minute. Let me get the third one, and then you can add. I hope you don't lose that thought.
It's okay.
So laziness. So we are lazy. We are just complacent. We are comfortable.
It's how we look. We wear anything.
It goes like that. And the last one is failure to understand that marriage responds to how you treat it. You make marriage what it should be. What you put in is what you get out.
They say a marriage is what you make it.
Yes. So
I like that.
If I don't put an effort to making you happy, you are not happy.
Exactly.
Even when I'm happy. Okay? So I should ask myself, what am I doing to make you happy?
Exactly.
Okay? If you are not making an effort to make me happy, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I hope you don't lose that thought. Let me add this to this point. Your happiness, my happiness, is no one's responsibility. But I have a role to play, a big role to play to your happiness.
So I cannot say that it's your duty to make me happy, and you can say it's my duty to make you happy, because happiness is much a personal choice and personal effort.
Yes.
You can choose to be happy even in the middle of chaos.
Yes.
But we cannot avoid the fact that what I do heavily impacts how you feel.
Because to say that my happiness, to say that you are responsible for my happiness is too much a burden to put on a human being. Because
I can't even make myself happy.
Because I can choose to be miserable despite everything going well. There are people, everything is going well, but they're
still
depressed.
Complaining, man.
So it is too much responsibility. But it is important for you to understand that you have a big role to play in this arrangement, in this relationship. You have a big role to play to my happiness. So if you're not playing that role
as a wife,
to my happiness,
or as a husband,
as a wife, it means that I am not happy, even though, because I'll be making efforts to make myself happy, but
your behavior can be counteracting my efforts.
Exactly. Okay. So it is very, very important to understand. I need to understand that I have a role to play to your happiness, to your satisfaction, to you enjoying this marriage. Okay. Actually, when it comes to you enjoying this marriage, I play a very, very, very big role. So
there's a reason we're not just marrying anybody. We are choosing who we marry.
So your efforts must be complemented by my contribution.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not contributing to your efforts to enjoying this marriage, be happy in this marriage, you won't be, because your efforts, I'll be fighting your efforts. They'll be falling. They'll be for nothing, because they're being counteracted. Yeah. I hope you didn't lose that thought.
No, I like that. I think with happiness in marriage, we need to to just add on to what you said, I think we need to pay attention to detail. Pay attention to detail. You need to remember that this person chose you. There was a reason they chose you out of many. Yeah. If it's a woman, she had many suitors. She sated on you, gentlemen. If it's a man, he had the whole world to choose from. And he chose you. The detail that made him single you out, they were prettier faces, more disciplined people, but he chose a combination of traits, or she chose a combination of traits. We need to understand that deliberateness needs to be respected. When we get married to somebody, let's not become lazy and complacent and just let anything be, whatever it is. If somebody chose you for how organized you are, if that's how you presented yourself as an organized person, we're not saying act, no, but be deliberate about maintaining those attributes. This is the importance of being real when you are dating. Don't fake anything when you are dating. That's where it starts from. Don't fake anything when you're dating, because whatever you are faking, if that's what this person chooses you based on, you're going to have drama in this home. If you present yourself as a hardworking man, don't get into a marriage and then become lazy. I chose you because these are the traits that I found attractive to me, and the traits that I found complement and meet my needs. As a woman, if you're put together, if you are decent, you are modest, you are thoughtful, you are kind in the relationship, and that's why this man falls for you, you better keep up your game. Because otherwise, then this man dated somebody else and is now married to somebody else. And so the needs that were being met, which became the premise on which they picked you, are not being met anymore. So I believe, respect the detail that this person observed before they settled for you. Number one. Number two, don't take for granted the fact that this person is going to their extreme best to make you happy, and think that because they are making you happy, they are automatically making themselves happy. No. Sometimes we need to be in that position where we realize that I'm happy because they're doing it. The question is, am I doing it for them? It's very possible for somebody to do it for you, and you are just not matching up for them. And that isn't their problem. That is your problem, because marriage is an agreement. It's a covenant. Hold to your end of the bargain and let them hold to the end of their bargain. No matter how strong or beneficial an agreement is, if you break your part, that covenant is breaking. If I break my part, the covenant is breaking. Yes, there's room for forgiveness. Yes, there's room for growth, but let's not take it for granted, because we need to understand, while there is room for understanding in a covenant, there is also room for damage. Because a covenant should be upheld and not broken. When it's broken, you can't hold the other person responsible. You have to take accountability and responsibility for what you have broken. So sometimes, in the name of forgiveness, in the name of long suffering and patience, we abuse other people. You expecting to be understood, to be forgiven, to have somebody be patient with you all their life, reveals a manipulative, narcissistic pattern of thought that is also not healthy. Why would you subject someone to a lifetime of until death do you part, of constant forgiveness, of constant patience, constant long suffering, constantly ignoring bad behavior, constantly
misery,
being miserable and surviving you? And why do you think that someone should accept that lifestyle when they can have joy, when they can have peace, when they can have needs met, when they can have a happily ever after? So it's your responsibility and my responsibility to make sure that we are both happily married under the same roof, not one of us happily miserably
married under the same roof.
In the same bed.
In the same bed, in the same house. It's okay, time after time, look at your partner and ask them, are you okay? How are you doing?
How am I doing?
How am I doing? Are there things that you'd like me to work on, to change? Mm-hmm. Create an environment where it's easy for your partner to express themselves. Above everything, as we come to a close, learn to communicate. I think communication is the number one killer of relationships, and that's where misery is born from. When we fail to communicate, when we communicate wrongly, when we miscommunicate, and when we assume that what we heard, what was communicated, meant this when it didn't. We close with Matthew chapter number 7, verse 12.
Okay.
The Bible says here that, so in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. For this sums up the law and the prophets. Philippians 2 verse 3 as well. Philippians 2 verse 3, if I can, 2 verse 3.
You want me to read it for you?
Yeah.
Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. Verse 4, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. Verse 5,
yes.
In your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus, who being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God as something to be used to his own advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing by taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness.
And being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross. He put our interest first before his. And that's how marriage thrives, brothers and sisters. It thrives on putting each other's interest first. Before your own interest, put the other interest, the other person's interest first. And that way, you will find that you are both happy and you are both enjoying
when
the
I
marriage.
Put your interest first and you put my interest first, you are happy, I'm also happy.
There is equilibrium. So the Lord richly bless you. Have a fruitful, happy marriage
under the same roof.
Misery under the same roof. The Lord bless you. Shalom.
Shalom.